In this video, I'll be talking about Valorant as a whole, the goods, the bads, why I essentially stopped playing, and things they can improve upon. Valorant is a great game if you strictly want to play competitively. From what it seems, there is no casual gameplay like their competitors Overwatch and CSGO. I'm not saying there isn't an unranked mode in their games, it's more of like an unranked rank, where effectively you are playing with more and more difficult people to make it fair for others to want to play unranked. Because of this, it makes it harder for people who just want to play casually and mess around in a couple of matches to actually. As I got further and further into the game, I realized that my KD went down to about average rather than top fragging. Now that's either because I've gotten worse, which wouldn't make any sense because it is a skill-based game, and the more practice you would have in the game, the better you would be. Or there is a matchmaking system which puts you in with other players that are around your skill level, effectively making it less enjoyable to play an unranked game when you'd rather just go play a ranked game, which would feel the same exact way as an unranked game. My friends also talked about how the unranked system definitely feels like it's a more ranked system, and how it is difficult to sit down and play a match with an unranked and enjoy it as much as a CSGO or an Overwatch casual game. I feel like those two, the company Blizzard and Valve, both have the unranked and casual feeling game much more fleshed out than Riot does, making it a lot more enjoyable to play CSGO and Overwatch as a more casual level than a ranked level. A positive thing about the game is their individual ranking system that other game companies in the future might use. How you are able to be placed higher and faster individually rather than relying on bad teammates to rank up. Winning, of course, gives you more points to be able to rank up, which requires people to still do their part to win the game, but not needing to top frag. People, like me, have off games, so the ranking system makes sure that one player isn't going to affect everybody's rank when the match is over, making it more on you rather than on your entire team. So you can't blame your team for your loss or you're doing bad, but rather yourself for not being better than most other players on the enemy team. The one downfall of this is that they incorporate your unranked MMR, which again brings me back to my first point, where the unranked system is now a ranked system, and how you are unable to enjoy that unranked experience without affecting your ranked placements. The maps in the game are, to me, very open and very much one-sided, specifically defensive side. An example of this would be on the map Split, specifically A site. So if you were an attacker pushing A site, you have two places to push, A main or A ramps. If you were a defender, it's really easy to stop this A push. You would have person in ops holding screen, person in tower holding ramps, and being able to see A main at the same time, effectively stopping the A push. But on the other hand, with this map specifically, I feel like it's more of an equal map, because the attackers are able to, if they feel like they can't push A main or ramps, back off, go to sewers, and either go mid-bottom to tower or mid-bottom to B main, making it easier for the attackers to take B site. Also with this map, it's much more rewarding to push, say, something like mid-bottom or A main, where they're able to get like hold of positions that were not there for before. So going back to the same example before, they rotate from A main to sewers to mid-bottom. Now if they're able to secure mid-bottom, they are able to push up to either mid-vents to A towers, which is a good wraparound, or from mid-top to mid-mail to B towers, and have control of that mid-tower to A tower, and they have more control over where they want to go compared to where the defenders are staying and where they initially started, forcing the defenders to rotate and be out of position. Another point about maps I want to make is how there are too many angles and too many hiding spots for defenders specifically to hide, and how it's difficult to push out onto a site on the map Haven. On each of those sites, there is at least 4 or more spots where You have to be aware of pushing onto that site, making it difficult for the attackers to push out faster and kind of have to take it really slow, which takes away quite a bit from the gameplay aspect, where there is no fast action before getting onto the site. There really isn't much action in the game until you get to that site, and then that's when all the action comes loose, and that's when it's actually enjoyable. Otherwise, you are slowly peeking corners and just throwing smokes and nades and whatnot and guessing on whether somebody's there, or you're just playing a game of who can shoot first when it comes to that before you reach the site. Then it's actually enjoyable and there's actual gameplay involved. To close out the video, I'll be talking about why I personally stopped playing Valorant for now. Going back to my points earlier in the video, one of the first points, talking about no casual gameplay, kind of ruins the experience of being able to enjoy the game on a non-competitive level. People only play the game to play hard, to play competitive. There's no relaxing in that game. There's no taking time to play normally and actually enjoy the game for what it is, rather than playing it just specifically for competitive. I'm personally waiting until the game becomes open and becomes more saturated with people in the unranked system to, give a more equal feel and better gameplay against more people rather than the same competitive try-hard people that I'm playing with currently. My opinion on Valorant so far is an okay game. There are many improvements that the company could make on this game, and I hope that the feedback from the community really hits hard, and with the new map, they improve what map design is in the game, take in the community's recommendations on what should change, especially from professionals down to the average Joe player, making the game better for everyone to play, not just hardcore professional players and people who just want to play competitively. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Again, these are just my opinions on what I think Riot as a company should do with Valorant, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.